Good morning, friends. I hope you're doing well on a rather grey and traditional British day here. I'm actually in Peterborough at the moment, not Wales, but yeah, nice and leaden overcast skies. I thought I'd do a live this morning on the good, the bad and the ugly of SA, because the reality is a lot of amazing things happen in service accommodation. It's a business model I absolutely love and has done, well, just literally transformed my life. And I feel I've been able to add a lot of value doing it. However, there's some bad stuff that happens, and there's some ugly stuff that happens, let's be honest. Good morning, Claire, how you doing? So yeah, normally I put some stuff in. Hey Liam, how you doing? Good morning. Normally I sort of show you lots of positive things that are happening, but the reality is I just wanted to have a bit of a chat today about the fact that in life nothing is perfect, and yeah, as my sort of business starts to grow, we have more and more great things happening. We have really happy guests, we have really happy investors, and we take on more sort of units, we sort of take on offices and whatnot, and that's all amazing stuff. But naturally there will be times when not everything's going to be perfect, so I just wanted to give you a bit of a reflection sort of from my side on the fact that that can happen. It's not the end of the world, because I don't think any business has been built without somebody making a mistake or something going wrong. I don't think anyone's been able to list properties on sort of platforms and sort of every guest has been happy. That is literally part of the parcel, especially when it comes to hospitality. Now, it's quite interesting that we've been obviously listing units throughout lockdown, and our target market then was sort of contractors and whatnot, whereas now we're obviously having a significant amount of hospitality guests coming back with the staycation, which is obviously amazing because we've got a lot more people coming, and the reality is they are more likely to be booked at weekends and pay higher prices, which is brilliant. However, quite rightly, they have higher expectations. Some of them are more than happy with what they get provided, some of them obviously not. But the reality is, equally, as a business, sometimes we drop balls, and we've just had a couple of issues recently where processes and sort of procedures haven't quite been in the right place. But I think we've been able to respond. If we have feedback from guests, and we've done our utmost to sort of go out, drive the team out, respond and sort of resolve things ASAP. I think that's really all you can realistically do. You're never going to be able to sort of prevent every issue, and we've had a few sort of glaring maintenance issues over the last couple of days as well. Again, nothing we could really sort of foresee, but again, it was all about how we reacted. And yeah, sort of in terms of sort of the investors we work with, by and large, been really happy, and I'm just very proud to say that we've actually made some very good returns for complete hands-off investments. But there have been some sort of instances, especially during lockdown, where occupancy in certain areas hasn't been great either. We've done our best to sort of try and resolve that. And yeah, by and large, the vast majority of the people we work with have done sort of quite well, and I've been quite proud of actually how we've sort of been able to protect their investments, especially during the last few months, but not in every instance. With all that's going on at the moment, we are starting to make some sort of fantastic figures for a lot of our investors, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, just to sort of put it out there, not everything will be perfect in terms of sort of operating the units, sort of guest perception, etc. But obviously, as long as all by and large all is going well, then you're on the right track, and it's more about how you respond than anything. And if you take the feedback on board, you sort of learn, grow from it, put new procedures in place, then that's really all, I think, in many ways the best you can do. But yeah, I'd just be interested, guys, in your thoughts regarding this. Sorry, my hair's literally flying all over the place. Because yeah, it's sort of, I kind of get myself down a little bit sometimes. I kind of want everything to be perfect. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist in some ways. Good morning, Kabir, buddy. How you doing? And the reality in just life in general, nothing is ever going to be perfect. And I kind of tend to dwell, as it were, on sort of feedback and stuff if ever I get anything negative, and sort of think, how can I improve and how can I sort of stop that happening again? But it's going to happen more and more. That's the thing. My business is sort of scaling quite quickly, and as we get bigger and bigger and bigger, we're not going to prevent every single issue. Hey Liam, you can please some of the people some of the time. Yeah, exactly. Some people have got sort of different expectations, and I genuinely would like to sort of fulfill everyone's expectations. And we get some brilliant guest feedback, we get some brilliant investor feedback. I've been very lucky that some of their investors have been nice enough to leave us really good sort of reviews, and equally, I think sort of on booking.com, Airbnb, our Google listing pages, on our website and stuff, we've got some amazing feedback for some really good guests. But equally, some have found a couple of issues quite rightly. So it's just kind of balancing out on how you respond. Oh, good morning, Junico. How you doing, sir? Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching this morning. It's very kind of you. So yeah, that's just some food for thought. That's all, guys. It's not always going to be plain sailing in any business model. But but equally, if you're doing it right, there's going to be plenty of good times as well. I'm actually off now. I'm going to go do a second day of training, sort of with Progressive, sort of teaching people. Well, actually, I'm shadowing in all fairness. I'm watching some of the trainers teach people about service accommodation so that I can sort of become a trainer myself over the next couple of months. But yeah, I'm going to go jump off there and do that now. But I hope you all have a great Sunday, and thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Bye bye.